Hello and welcome to the Classic Hollywood Movie You Should Know. This week the movie is from 1934, The Thin Man, starring William Powell and Myrna Loy, directed by Woody Van Dyke and released by MGM Pictures. Now The Thin Man is a mystery comedy. It's the first 10 minutes set up the mystery part. There's this scientist named Clyde Wynant who could be mixed up in some illegal activities. You're not quite sure. There's some rather odd characters around him. And at the end of the first 10 minutes, you sort of suspect something has happened. That's when the movie picks up, because that's when we get introduced to Nick and Nora Charles. Nick Charles is this private detective. Nora is his wife. They are possibly the greatest husband and wife duo in movie history. Their banter back and forth is hilarious. They do great physical stuff. Nick's a great detective. They're just really fleshed out characters. You feel like they really do love each other. Like it's an all around great performance. And of course, Nick doesn't want to take the case. Nora convinces him to take it, and then the movie progresses, and they solve what happened to Clyde Wynant. Now, why I think this movie is important to watch, it really centers on sort of the interactions between William Powell and Myrna Loy. They are two huge stars from Hollywood's golden age. William Powell is one of my favorites. I love Myrna Loy as well. And the Thin Man movies, this was the first in a series of 6, it really showcases them at their best. The introductory scene where we meet Nick and Nora for the first time is one of the greatest intros to any characters in movie history. It happens in this crowded sort of nightclub. There's dancing, there's a bar. This little 6-minute sequence from Nick mixing the martini to Nora getting her 6 martinis. It sets up their relationship. It sets up their banter. It bottles up the essence of the Thin Man movie. Now, director Woody Van Dyke was known throughout Hollywood for fast productions. One Take Woody was his nickname. One source says Woody Van Dyke shot it in 16 days. One source says he shot it in 18 days. The movie started filming in early April of 1934. It was released on May 25th of 1934, meaning it came out like a month and a half after they started filming. This is nuts. This was technically a B movie, but it caught fire. America wanted to see these two characters. They loved William Powell, they loved Myrna Loy, the banter, the mystery, the comedy. And again, they would be paired in 5 other Thin Man movies. They would make a total of 14 movies together throughout their entire career. Now, the movie was budgeted at $225,000. It grossed $1.5 million. That's a huge hit. The Oscar nominations came out in 1935. It was nominated for 4 Oscars: Best Director for Woody Van Dyke, Best Actor for William Powell, Best Picture, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The screenplay was written by Albert Hackett and Francis Goodrich. They were a married writing team, and they adapted the novel, which was written by Dashiell Hammett. Now, Hammett said that the relationship between Nick and Nora was based on his on-again, off-again relationship with playwright Lillian Hellman. So that's kind of an interesting little bit of trivia for you. So if you like mysteries, I don't want to go too far into the plot. It's a comedic mystery, the banter, the dialogue, Powell's performance, Loy's performance. You really should watch The Thin Man. It's suspenseful, and it is this week's classic Hollywood movie you should know. I'm Nate Washburn. Keep watching.